Welcome back to the Always Thinking Mindset channel, where we give you positive vibes and simple rules to achieve your goals. Now, in today's topic, we're going to speak on how to get out of debt of credit cards, those pesky little things. But before we begin today's video, if you like this video and you get value, please give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. You don't have to be subscribed, but if you love this channel, which I think you do, then you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So let's get started on today's video. Credit cards, the magical gift for teenagers and people that are actually low and not savings. And credit cards, the best way to get out of credit card debt, you know what to do? Burn them. Get rid of them, cut them in half. No, no, no. There's a way out, right? Credit cards are good. It depends on who you speak with, but utilize credit cards. Don't let credit cards use you. Remember, you can never outsmart the bank. But let's go ahead and begin on today's first rule, which is savings. Yes, that's simple. Save. You know why? Because when you're able to save, you're able to pay off more debt. Now, like Dave Ramsey always said, it can start with a snowball, simple baby steps, as he calls them. But saving is discipline, right? It's you making money aside and putting it towards an investment. And in this way, I don't know if debt is an investment, but get down debt first before you have this emergency fund. Pay off debt. Debt is a bad thing, right? Now, later on, when you have your emergency fund, you know how to financially manage your portfolio. Then you can utilize debt to leverage yourself, right? But savings is the first and simple rule. Just put money aside every paycheck, every month, 10, 20, $100. It doesn't matter. When you have a credit card and an outstanding balance, your goal is to attack that balance, right? Because it's going to slowly eat at you. Banks are smart. They understand that people don't have enough money, so they make you borrow more money. And it just leads to this cycle. And you got to learn how to break the cycle, which leads me to my next rule of don't always just pay the minimum balance, right? What does this mean? A lot of people think they're getting away with just paying the minimum balance, right? What you're doing is just keeping your tab open and letting somebody else order food for you, and you're paying the bill. Interest, you got to understand these credit cards, they can go from the highest I've seen is like 23% APR. But at the same time, these credit cards are meant to one, be used, but two, to kind of keep you in debt if you don't know how to be financially savvy. Which leads me to my disclaimer. If you do tackle debt and you are in serious trouble, please get with a professional financial advisor. Don't take anything from the internet serious. Don't take my words for advice, but some consideration. All right, let's keep going. So, like I said, do not pay the minimum balance. Always pay a little more. That's the only way you're going to get out of debt with a credit card, right? A lot of people look at the minimum debt balance and, oh, yeah, I can meet that. How about meeting more than the minimum balance, right? Get out of debt. That's the discipline that you have to do. So, to get out of debt is not pay the minimum balance. You have to learn how to save. And then on top of that, the last rule is pretty simple. Don't spend, right? It's that simple. Don't spend. What does this mean? Don't use your credit card. Learn how to pay with cash on things. Learn that every time you swipe your credit card, you're going to see it later, right? It's like this delayed gratification, but you're responsible for this debt and you end up psyching yourself out. So the worst you could do is just keep spending, especially if you're in debt. Stop spending. It's that simple. Stop spending. Get disciplined. Stop spending. Focus on tackling debt. Bring it down. Later on, once you come to zero, then you can open up the doors of spending again, right? But if you're in debt, in critical debt, and you're in the red mark, I saw something on the news the other day that 60% of Americans are in the red phase of debt, which means that they're delinquent balances. So, what this means is that, like I said, stop spending. That is the main message there. Learn to have financial discipline, financial management, and credit cards are good. I utilize them, right? The thing is, I just don't overeat. I just don't overspend. I use them when I need to use them. And stop seeking these simple points, right? These simple points are made for you to spend, spend, spend. without the real dollar amount. There's a lot of psychology behind that. But anyway, that's for a whole different video there. But those are three simple ways to get out of debt fast. And it takes a lot of mental fortitude to do that. But if you took value from today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. If you love this channel, then you already know what to do. Please visit my other videos as well. We also talk about personal finance. We can talk about personal growth, whatever you need to grow as a person. And until next time, folks, we will speak soon.